easy to find setting up a new compositions right here. And what After Effects calls a composition is very similar to a sequence in Premiere. Different terms, but almost the same thing. So go new, composition here. Set this up by 1920 by 1080. And then here's your screen, 1920 by 1080 right here. This is the resolution. Project area is up here. Composition area is down here. So similar to Premiere, you import things into the project area here. Okay, so if I right click, I can import my media. You don't want to import as footage. You want to import as layer sizes. There we go. Now what I can do is start dragging down my images, drag them down here into the composition area. So similar to the way you drag them over into the sequence, you drag them down into the composition here. So I have my background here. If I click this little arrow here, here's transform. This is where I find all the scaling and rotation areas, similar to the effect controls in Premiere. But this is where I find the functionality to do that. And I can move this stuff around. And you'll see that keyframing similar too. All right, so I have my background set up. I separated Vlad's monster here into a PSD file. Let's bring that down into here. There the monster is. Way too big for the composition. So just go here, and scale that down there. I can just click and drag this and move it around here. And I brought in Cassidy's character design here. So I'm going to bring this down into here. And there's Cassidy's character. I think it's Kimmy. She named the character. Scale that down. Move that over. So if I want to do some simple scene setup, graphic setup, I could just go here and I could toggle the scale and the position. Move that over. Scale Kimmy up. Move the position down and do all sorts of things. So this is all, should look kind of familiar from the Premiere info session there. So you could actually do some cool things there. The closer these are together, faster the action goes, further apart, slower. So there you go. With Vlad's monster, what I want to do is I want to actually make the monster move the head around. So here's the monster, turn the eyeball off and on. I use this puppet pin tool. So go here, I'm going to add pins to the character. If I go to my selection tool, I can then drag and start moving the character around. Here's Vlad's character. I want to animate these pins here. I have to go down to Effect. There's the puppet warp or puppet tool I put on. Now go into Mesh, go into Deform, and then I finally find the pins to animate. Open up this pin. There it is there. I can start my animation. Move this over, move the head down. See how it's created a pin there, keyframe. Okay, so this is rendering. When this becomes green, it will play it in real time. The head's too slow, so I'm going to move these keyframes closer together. Move this one over. All right, let's see this. There you go. So you got the monster head moving there. Likewise, if I want to move the leg, I click the pin shows up here, and I can start keyframing away. And there you go. It is taking a bit to render here. So when this turns green, it means it will play it in real time. There you go. So there's the action, right? Just want to demo that really quickly. You can create a whole scene and kind of move your graphics around inside of After Effects.